Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some two fresh updates. We start with this report talking about Ousmane Dembele, as reliable Spanish journalist Tony Juan Marti have just come out with a report claiming that Barcelona are ready to pull the plug on Dembele negotiations tomorrow night. Of course, Laporta and his board have said enough is enough. If Dembele and his agent don't give a response by that tomorrow night, then Barcelona will consider talks broken and finished. And of course, a very huge decision needs to be taken thereon. We are going to be discussing much about that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about some transfer rumors. Spanish outlet El Nacional are reporting that Chelsea are interested in 3 Barcelona players and they are ready to offer 130 million euros. Of course, these players linked with Chelsea are not new. We all know them. We are going to be discussing much about that as well. So guys, as we get ready to discuss those stories in much detail, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Give this video a like and make sure to watch this video right up to the very end. Ousmane Dembele and his entourage have taken Barcelona's administration for a joyride this winter. The Frenchman has neither been committal about his desire to stay nor firm on his decision to leave. The result has been a combination of frustration and desperation at Barcelona. According to a report from Tony Juan Marti, Barcelona have taken a firm decision to put the confusion to bed. In Barcelona, it has been decided that tomorrow will be the final day of the soap opera. If Dembele's entourage fails to respond to the contract proposal by 11:59 p.m. tomorrow, the club will officially consider negotiations broken and finished. This comes as a smart move from Laporta's board to put an end to the Frenchman's indecisiveness. With a do-or-die deadline ahead of him, negotiations could take a definite route tomorrow. Earlier today, it was reported that Dembele conveyed his gratitude to Xavi while expressing his desire to stay. He also reportedly said that his agent was in control of the negotiations and that it was not in his hands. If the World Cup winner ends up renewing, it will be the wages suggested by the club. It will see him on a contract with a measured chunk as performance-related variables. If the winger decides to leave, however, he will be pushed to the stands by Xavi. It is a possibility. For Manchester United and Juventus were said to be in talks with the player earlier this week. With Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres ready to compete for spots in the forward line, Dembele will have to be at the top of his game to ensure he starts. Xavi has repeatedly spoken about his excitement over the Frenchman's profile. It is now time for Dembele to deliver. Then on to the next story of discussion. There has been a lot of friction between Barcelona and Chelsea these last few months, especially in terms of transfers. Barca seem to have their eyes, set on the Blues' defensive trident of Andres Christensen, Antonio Rudiger, and Cesar Azpilicueta. On the other hand, names of Frankie de Jong, Ronald Araujo, and Sergio Dest have been whispered around London. El Nacional provides an update on these rumors, saying Chelsea are interested in signing 3 Barca players in the form of Frankie de Jong, Gavi, and Sergio Dest. They are ready to shell out an eye-watering 130 million euros for the 3 of them combined. The young, unsurprisingly, has been on the transfer list for several clubs across the continent. He's failed to make a mark at the Camp Nou this season, with Gavi and Nico Gonzalez coming up clutch over him. The Dutchman, according to rumors, carries a price tag of around 60 million euros, an amount Chelsea will be willing to table to sign him. Currently, they have been N'Golo Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic in their ranks to cover 2 midfield spots, but the 3 of them have barely been fit at the same time. As for Gavi, his contract ends in the summer of 2023, and while his priority is to pen down a renewal, his current release clause sits at a measly 50 million euros. Thomas Tuchel's side are ready to increase his salary multifold, and the final decision would ultimately be in the 17-year-old's hands if they were to trigger his release clause. Dest seems to be the player most closely linked with a switch to Stamford Bridge. Over the last few weeks, he does not have Xavi's trust and might have to look for game time elsewhere. Coincidentally, Chelsea are going through quite an injury crisis, with first-choice left-back Ben Chilwell out of the season. Reece James has been sidelined multiple times. Dest could be an excellent solution for both these positions and would be a steal for 20 million euros. So callers, with that we come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so you stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.